Let me quickly talk you through the sketch and let me tell you what happens here. So everything started with the root cycle 1 descending. That is just a chromatic line that moves down nicely and smoothly. From there, I added structures on top to give it a little bit more harmonic context already and create a bass section. The first two structures follow what we call equivalents. These are notes that are at the same distance apart from each other. So here we have a 5 plus 5, that is a 7 plus 7. And those two structures are very ambiguous because depending on the root tone, they can create a sus2 or a sus4 structure. Let me play you the bass line here and the bass structure that we just created. Now, while you can base all of these chord structures here as valid diatonic chords, that is not what I did, because in interval magic we do things a little bit different. So I just looked at the parts and my goal was to create a chromatic step in one of the parts. So I'm starting in the middle voice and this goes up one chromatic step, then I flip or switch to the top voice and this goes up one chromatic step, and then I come back to the middle voice and the top voice. That is what holds this thing together. And yes, it happens to create nice chord structures. From here, I added extended chords to the top. And you can absolutely analyze those things diatonically. However, I just want to play you these structures so that you get to hear the richness of those vertical combinations. One quick tip is to simply go up via the chord tones. So the B flat is our bass note or the root tone, and from there we just go with the odd numbered scale tones because they happen to be the chord tones. So it's 1, -3, 5, -7, and the next potential one would be 9, 11, 13. Now the next step was to take the third voice and put it up in an octave position so that we get to open harmony. That usually sounds very wide and leaves some space empty or open in between for other lines to move. So let me play you this line. Now from here, the next step was to break up the chords on top and create arpeggios. And that is pretty much what you see in eighth notes right there. So that is what it sounds like. And that's pretty much the whole concept behind the sketch. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you need help applying those things to your own writing, just Google Circle of Interval Magicians and you will find us.